Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, and former mortician's assistant. Beware, beware. That might not be a phone jingling in your pocket. Join the Nevermorians for morning mischief and madness at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central. Your sense of humor is the only thing you need to wear.
There's the unmute button. Anyway, good morning, everyone. Hope you are having a good day. I'm having a Monday, and I hope you aren't. I hope everything's going well. And we're going to say hello to some great people this morning. Michaela Jaden, so glad to see you here. So glad to see you, period. Thank you for Friday. Well, hello, she says. Well, hello also to Joe Bachman. Good morning, everyone. Good to see you. Teresa Dunn, good morning, Brian. And furthermore, hey, that's us. And Jackie Lawson, glad to see you. Morning. Today is indeed a Monday. Have a great one all. You too, Jackie. Put in a plug for your books. And everyone, please put in a plug for what you got going. And don't forget, folks, that failure is an orphan while success has many parents. And we're proud to be powered by Geek Insider, Rising Tide Productions, comic book advocates, and Terraform Comics. And welcome to everyone watching us on YouTube and Facebook and the Rising Tide Publications page, as well as Geek Insider channels on both platforms, and to everyone who's watching us on the rerun. Hope you like what you see. Please come back and please subscribe, and thank you to everyone who and big thanks especially to Meredith Walgren and especially Christian Basil for as of this weekend we went over 100 subscribers on YouTube. We still have an impossibly long. We traded a confusing log on for an impossibly long one, but just the same, we're keeping it, and we will be posting a new graphic thread soon. So anyway, thank you to everyone who has subscribed to us, and don't forget, if you subscribe to me on YouTube, I will subscribe to your channel as well. This Rising Tide thing works both ways. Joe Bachman, so far it has been a normal Monday for construction. People can't follow simple signs. Isn't that the truth? Man, especially me. I lost, some people didn't get notice of the show because I was running a little behind this morning. So new schedule for the misses. And Teresa Dunn, I had a great birthday. Thanks for all the people who wished me happy birthday. Happy post-birthday, Teresa Dunn, who turned 22 yesterday. Anyway, Christian Basil, Dino-born, hashtag Dino-born shall rise. Bring us the Monday morning Morris Monster. Well, Christian, thank you, brother. Thank you, my friends who helped me reach that goal of 100, and the next immediate goal, of course, is 200. In a perfect world in which we don't live, I would love to be over 1,000 sometimes, because then we can talk monetization, which brings its own set of headaches, but it's a headache I welcome. And thank you to everyone who showed up Friday for the what we are informally calling MichaelaCon. So show where I stand in this. Anyway, but no, we had a great time. Michaela brought her honey, and Carl Witzman, Donna Carlene, and we were there, and T.L. Shively brought her husband Paul Bush and their son Alan, and we had a glorious time. Molly Daniels and her daughter dropped in on us. It was a good time. It was a great time, in fact. And there he is, Pops Van Zandt. Pops, good to see you watching us from YouTube. Thank you, sir. Brian, promotion time, CromCon 5 guest list is complete August 1st and 2nd, and it's going to be good. Pops, let me help you promote that thing on my channels if you don't mind, all right? And Teresa, okay, yes, I read that because I hit these out of order, and let's see, here we go. And there's one that starts from Friday. Good morning to you, Carl. I've been spending the intervening hours sniffing the cigar boxes, and no, it's not a euphemism, Christian, as much as I'd like it to be. But no, Carl brought me some cigar boxes, and I hadn't seen a contemporary cigar box, and Cookie and I are like arm wrestling to see who gets what, and so far she's winning. Anyway, we knew it was bad. Anyway, congratulations, Brian. Thank you, Teresa. I sincerely appreciate that. And Carl, again, many thanks to Carl for bringing me some green screen goodness that we will be able to. It brings us one step closer to the kind of broadcasting we would like to do. And I'm really excited by it. And thank you again, Carl. Thank you, Don. Thank you, Michaela, Lynn, everyone who showed up on Friday. It did me a world of good. And in the it helped dissipate a few of the doldrums that I got. We all get a few setbacks every now and then, and I got one yesterday, but it wasn't, it was disappointing but not debilitating. And I think Friday was a major part of that. So good Pepe to everyone. And here we go, Matt Shore. Good morning. Good morning to you, Matt. Hope you're having a great morning so far. Teresa Dunn says, I know most of you are suffering from complete boredom, but you don't have to be. Why not go to Amazon.com and order my book, Poetry Expressions by Teresa Dunn? You'll be amazed how reading poetry can take your mind off COVID-19 and other problems. So go ahead. I dare you to give it a try. I dare you to give it one, too. It is currently getting one of its final edits. And so Poetry Expressions 2 is in the pipeline and picking up speed. Jackie Lawson says, having a decent slump in sales lately, please do check out and share. Link to the first book is attached, and all are available when you click my author name. Thanks, friends. I appreciate you all. Jackie, next time we got to bring you in for Michaela Con. We had a great time, and obviously, and we got to go to Nine Irish, my favorite place here in Lafayette. But yeah, definitely check out the work of Jackie Lawson. In fact, check out all the links you see here, because my friends are doing some really cool things, some really amazing stuff, and I think you need to check them out. And we all look much taller on the interweb, says Carl Witzman. Yeah, and unfortunately, I look only slightly taller by about 2 centimeters. I have measured it. Unfortunately, it hasn't grown my hair back or made me look like I'm 185 pounds with rippling muscle. So, and we'll do. Pops Van Zant, that's good news. That's what we do around here, and we appreciate it, sir. Andrew Welch, Gizmo bursts in like Kramer from Seinfeld, and there is Jester Large Entertainment. Please check out what Andrew does as Gizmo the Clown. He is funny, and what a setup he has. He does great videos. And Michaela J says, yep, I think we're going to have Michaela Con 2021. I'm already plotting and planning. I want Michaela Con before the end of 2021 again. And Randy Zimmerman, glad to hear you're on the show and working on my monkeys, listening to the Nevermind. Well, we're glad to have you here, Randy. Randy is a part of Indie Volt Radio. Please check out Indie Volt Radio. They've got a page on Facebook. They've got a page on YouTube. They are all over the interwebs. And whereas we are video, Indie Volt is multimedia. They're not only video, but they've got a great radio station that has been getting like well over 50,000 listens and in a broadcast. And so please check that out. And Randy is one of my favorite commentators, and I'm not just saying that, just to wax your car, Randy, but everyone needs a compliment early in the morning, right? Anyway, Randy's also a very talented comic creator, and I came across a comic in my collection that had your fingerprints all over just the other day about what was that with the monkey? Was it? I don't know. Anyway, it was something like that. Anyway, Randy Zimmerman's a great guy. Good to have you here as always, Randy. Hope we bring some levity to your morning. And Carleen, hi all, mwah to you. Glad you were here for Michaela Con. Everybody's gonna want to show up at this thing now. And Carl Witzman, we were happy to attend Michaela Con 2019 and glad to bring the good smelling boxes. Yes. And Carl is 1 year behind. I'm a good enough proofreader, and I've had enough covfefe to realize that he made an error. He's probably still in the middle of Checuary, where you're dating it from last year. Anyway, yeah, of course, then again, I want to do over on 2022. It has been pretty sucky, has it not? And it is one of those things where even minor disappointments are like, well, yeah, we had murder hornets and a comet almost, came within 3 million miles of Earth. And, I'm like, what next? And Rick Bradley is showing up. Thank goodness for that. Good morning, Nevermorians. Well, good morning to you, my friend. And Eric Hawkins is joining us. Eric, glad to see you here, my friend, as always. And let's see, did I miss anyone? Rochelle Lester, wow, how could I miss you, darling? Good to see you here, and I think we got her. We're caught up, and I was right. Eric is here. Good morning, all. Good morning to you, Eric. And oh, by the way, Eric, I have a copy of the Mad Gasser Cheerleader by Carl Witzman, which you all ought to have a copy of. Go to lulu.com and pick it up. It looks to be a quick little read. It looks to be a good one. Loving the writing in it, and the cover, Eric. Oh my God, I've seen it just on the monitor, but I swear, looking at it in person, holy cats, you did a fantastic knockout job on that. And summoning author Michaela Jade and Sarah. Well, Michaela is here, and we're probably making her back pocket buzz. And to which Michaela probably could not be more grateful. But yeah, Michaela's here. But we need Sarah. She may not be staying awake. Marvin Carter didn't know what to expect on his cross-country trip, says Rick Bradley. Eden Falls was supposed to be a quick stop. Alas, the judge, the resident forest spirit, had other plans. Pre-order the introduction to Rick Bradley's Eden Falls trilogy called Marvin's Night Out right now on Amazon and have it ready to read on July 31st. So check out that book, Nevermore. Please, let's give Rick some strong out of the gate sales and check out that book. It is going to be good because Rick's a good writer. I can tell you that. And I will be there next year. Teresa Dunn, we hope to have you there. Maybe it'll be Teresa Con next year. And Rick Bradley, come and check out my author page at rbradley42 on Facebook. And I hope to see you there. He does hope to see you there. And he's watching. He's like Santa Claus. He won't let me have the naughty list, though. And I post some funny things and updates to my upcoming projects. Also, I have my website at authorrickbradley.com. Check that out. It's almost lyrical. authorrickbradley.com. Anyway, Christian Basil says, well, Brian, thought you'd never ask. I thought I never would either, but here I am. Anyway, Facebook, The Traveling TARDIS. Tomorrow's live broadcaster will be with actor and director Jason Connery. And if you're wondering if he's related to another famous Connery, he is. He's related to Connery, Sean Connery. Anyway, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Subscribe to that page. We are actually sailing into 30,000 likes faster than we thought. Oh, that's fantastic, Christian. And hashtag become part of the legend. Sponsorship available. Contact Sage at hangingwithshow.com or Christian at hangingwithshow.com for sponsorship package deals to promote your product to over 35,000 Facebook subscribers and over 12,000 YouTube subscribers. That is a cool offer. And yeah, and Christian being on your broadcast a couple times gets me fired up to start my own sponsorship thing, although I'm looking at yours too. Anyway, and again, Christian Basil, thank you. Eternal thanks for getting me over 100 YouTube likes. And it may not sound like much to most people, but it means a lot. You know, it's kind of like breaking an immediate goal. And it makes me happy. And Christian, I have you and Meredith to thank for that. I appreciate it. I'm disappointed in 9 Irish, says Michaela Jade. I didn't see any Irish men in kilts, not even one. We should get you there on Friday. Well, for the time being during the coronavirus or the the My Sharona Miley Cyrus Peter pandemic, we don't have live music there, unfortunately. But it's not unusual to see kilted men there wearing nothing but other girlfriend's lipstick. But anyway, yeah, but it's true. But the food was good, wasn't it? And Michaela says we could possibly do a winter edition of Michaela Con. I have no problem with that. And Randy Zimmerman says never afraid to get my car waxed. Brian, thanks. You're welcome, Randy. It is my pleasure. And aliens are next, says Randy Zimmerman. Isn't that what Trump's been building that wall for? I mean, have we had them already? Good Lord. You know, and there's that one theory, and I keep blanking out on the name of it, but it's a theorem that is thrown in the face of many people who believe in UFOs, and it basically has many parts to it. But one of them is, what if they know what we're like and they don't want to see us? You know, or what if they are so advanced that to them we are like germs, and maybe they see us as something that, you know, maybe they need to cleanse the planet and move us out of here before they can possibly touch down. So yeah, Randy, the way this year has gone, aliens would probably do anything but surprise me. And that I'm waiting. I'm also waiting for the robots to rise up in our sleep and slay us all. But anyway, I was using MichaelaCon 2019 to make TL Shively feel better, says Carl Wetson. Well, that's what it's all about, making TL Shively feel better. That's good. That way she feels like she not only came to the inaugural one, she came to the preamble for it. I can see that. And I have a copy of Carl's book, says Michaela Jade. I do too. It's a good one. And nope, I'm not working today. You've got all of me. And suddenly Carl and Christian come to attention. Andrew Welch says, as I scroll back after I scroll with enthusiasm, Andrew Welch says, I encourage everyone to take a few minutes each day to enjoy Good Morning Spa City. This morning wake up call will give you 5 things special about each day, a joke or two, and the daily event list for Hot Springs, Arkansas. Well, that alone, true believers, has got to be worth the price of admission. Thank you for that, my friend. Thank you so much, Andrew. And yep, the naughty list is only for me. Whoa, Rick Bradley. I know who the first name at the top is, though. I'm not going to have to guess on all the rest. I think Sean Connery might be in poor health, says Eric Hawkins. In the last few weeks, he has put up a few of his homes for sale. Oh, well, it could be. And also, sometimes you reach an age, like Andrew Carnegie. Yeah, he was one of the big original robber barons, but it's been said about him that he spent the first half of his life amassing as much wealth as he can, and then he spent the last half of his life trying to give away as much of it as he could. Same with Bill and Melinda Gates, that they are working feverishly, very diligently for a whole lot of charitable causes. And I can't speak about anybody else, but I know through the Midwest, even in the smallest towns here in the Midwest, there are Carnegie libraries, and they have one thing in common: they are all beautiful. There is one in Danville, Illinois, that is now has been repurposed for a veterans historical group in Danville, Illinois, but they've got a much larger library now behind it. But I've seen them in like Mount Vernon, Hoopeston, Illinois, just all kinds of places. And God bless, and I owe that man a lot for giving me a place to hang out when I was young and more innocent. Anyway, Rick Bradley says, I've gotten a few pre-orders, but I would definitely like more. Who wouldn't? Marvin's Night Out is only $2.99 for the digital version. Go now. And digital is easier to carry. And a lot of people say, well, I like the feel of the book. The thing is, though, I've got this cover here on my, if I want the book emulation, I just hold it like this, because part of this folds up, and it feels almost like a book cover. I had my old Kindle the same way, and then what was it? And but you also hear about well, I love the way a book smells. New books don't smell like that, and I've never read a book review about Santa Sign, available on Amazon and Smashwords. I love the way Santa Stein smells. It smells so witty. It smells so funny. Well, I bet, a few people tell me it stinks, but anyway, that's another matter. But anyway, someone who doesn't stink and someone we love is Rob Anderson. Rob, thank you so much, brother. And the funny thing is, Rob, how the comments show up on our screen in Smashwords. I looked the other day at my broadcast the other day, and these like pop up and they bring up a graphic and everything, and it makes me so happy. It looks so beautiful. Thank you, Rob. I do appreciate you, brother. I really do. And also, Rob Anderson does a lot of broadcasting on IndieVolt. Go to indievolt.com. Also check, he's also a frequent guest on the Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern coffee show with Randy Zimmerman and Varian Grant. And Rob is a vital component of the IndieVolt network. Please check him out. And also check out Goodreads, where you can look at my stuff too. And Christian Basil is now paying attention because of the opportunity to look at my stuff. Anyway, and then also I'm on Amazon, according to Rob Anderson, and I believe him. And you can also pick up books like Skyman, the original Skyman Battles and Master of Steam, if you're looking for some good time, fun, and action and adventure. Also, The Haunting Scripts of Bachelor's Grove. It is a how-to, and it's a horror book on the same one. It is a dessert topping and a floor wax at the same time. You'll love it. Andrew Welch says, aliens, tomorrow is Invite an Alien to Live With You Day. Does anyone know why? Find out on Good Morning Spa City. Oh, clever. Very good promotion there. As Eric Hodgkins says, get out the power, or no, it's Christian Basil that said it. Get the power strip because here come the plugs. Anyway, the aliens lock their doors as they fly by Earth, says Joe Bachman, like someone driving through Gary or the south side of Chicago. Oh, yeah. I don't doubt that a bit. Chicago Heights is another one. It's a little scary. It looks like, it looks like someplace Snake Plissken ought to fight his way out of. It's not bad in, well, actually it is bad in the day. It is, Chicago Heights is a part of it, at least, it's almost like at the railroad tracks. There's a dividing line, and part of Chicago Heights is not bad. Then there's the part that is post-apocalyptic, and again, it is I tease, but it is unfortunate that we still have people living in squalor, and and it's it's clearly unhealthy enough through there, going through there, and I generally will drive through there at a high rate of speed with my windows up and pray for no vehicular malfunctions. So anyway. So yeah, I get it. There are just some parts of the world that are no man's land. So, and all of author Michaela J says Carl Witzman. Yes, Carl is paying attention. Yes, sir. That's what he said. That's what she said, rather. And not, I'm so used to that's what he said, but no, that's what she said. And I'm taking it as a firm offer. I really am. And Christian Basil, just need Sarah, and the congi may begin, and the spine licking shall commence. And Rick Radley says we are basically Jersey Shore for the rest of the galaxy. It's like a train wreck, and the aliens love watching how much we mess up. Yeah, if the Schadenfreudians are probably like. Peeking in from their home galaxy, and we are like the best reality show ever. I was hoping you weren't talking about Harrisburg, Illinois, because Harrisburg's kind of nice. Rick Radley says, as long as the spine is a good flavor on our books, the smell shouldn't matter. That's an idea. Flavored spines. Yeah, I was thinking that. I was thinking that the other day. So if we're both thinking it must be a good idea, right? Right? Anyway, right, Eric Hawkins says the Zombieful World of Oz #2 is out for delivery today. Can't wait to keep this package in my hands. You all were thinking it. I want to caress it and stroke it and sniff it. Well, I think the goal is to get somebody else to do it, Eric. Anyway, call me. Anyway. Oh, dear God in heaven. And Rick Riley says, me too, Eric. Can't wait to see the comic book either. Yeah. Apparently, this was a stretch goal of Eric's that I was unaware of. And Andrew Welch says, honestly, I'm betting Brian knows why tomorrow is invite an alien to live with you day. Nanu Nanu. Oh, that's right, Nanu Nanu. Yeah, and unfortunately, I am not aging in reverse physically. I am aging in reverse mentally, though. So anyway, and we're inexplicably caught up with our comments at 24 minutes past this broadcast. So anyway, that just shows how in control.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Yeah. I hear it all the time. So anyway, let's give something. Let's take a pause here and let you build up them comments again. All right, and let's see. Here we go. And Carlene continues saying flavored spines. Oh crap! Yeah, there we go. Yeah, they taste like varnish. Anyway, Eric Hawkins now says, "Well, I know the tool's better than someone else. I own it, so who better to play with it?" I'd say Michaela Jade. But anyway. Oh, this morning's going to hell. This is fun. Anyway, for that. Uh, so hope everyone else had a good weekend though. I did. It was pretty nice. We had Cookie and I had a 3-day weekend because she took 3 days off from work, and the Cracker Barrel is probably on the verge of bankruptcy as a result, I'm sure. So anyway, that's what she's doing, and we had 3 days off, and we spent Friday with some of our dear friends, which was a treat. Just sorry we couldn't coordinate for Saturday morning, unfortunately, but we had something else to do. Then we visited a friend of Cookie's and all afternoon. We have a friend who has had some serious medical problems in the last couple of years. She and Cookie used to work together at a retirement facility a couple of years ago, and they've remained friends. But unfortunately, our friend has had some serious health complications, and she is kind of she's getting better. I'm glad to say, but she is more or less most of the time confined to a wheelchair. Although she's getting her power of ambulation back, so I'm glad to see that. But anyway, she hadn't been out of the house probably about 4 or 5 months, except to go to dialysis. And so yesterday we made arrangements, or not yesterday, but Saturday rather, we made arrangements to pick her up early in the morning. And we toted her around, took her shopping. We took her to Walmart and Karen's Closet and Five Below, took her out to a nice place for lunch. And we had her for almost 8 hours, and she was so happy. It was so worth it. We're so glad to do that for our friend. But anyway, that was a lot of fun. So, and it drives home the point that one day, all of us, no matter how healthy we feel right now, we might need somebody later on. So, you know, later on, calling on your friends to help might not be a horrible thing. So, and to do that, you've got to have friends. I'm blessed to have the ones I have. So anyway, let's move on to your comments. Christian Basil just got back from killing a palmetto bug. I heard my name. What did I miss? Nothing but love, Christian. Nothing but love. Rick Bradley says, speaking of Harrisburg, Saline County has had an increase in my Sharona Miley Cyrus cases. A couple of teenagers as well. Yeah, I'm seeing spikes all around the area. In fact, Tippecanoe County, where I live, we have had a serious spike in infections. Now, not a serious uptick in deaths, but the being sick is not good. So yeah, we have had a serious uptick, and so has areas of Illinois, which is why we won't be able to have SilCon in September. And right now, my earliest show stands to be Hannibal, Missouri, October 2nd, 3rd, and 4th at Big River Comic Con. And really looking forward to that. As always, looking forward to getting out of the house, uh, out of town even, and maybe selling some stuff. But some shows are happening because Cape Con happened a couple of weekends ago. The Buckeye Comic Con happened on Sunday. A lot of the shows are opening up, but there are some areas and I think it's mostly venues that are deciding for the promoters that we're going to have it or we're not. So anyway, hopefully we'll get to see it. October is looking like the only month I will be getting out to see you all. Now next month I will be working with the Matson, Illinois Library on I think it's at least 2 days, maybe a 3-day virtual con, and I'll be on for 2 of them. So you'll get to see me that way. We still have Zoom, and I may do some special Zoom, some special programming, kind of a closed area, and we'll all get together. Maybe I'll open up a Facebook room or something. We'll try that, just like Carl did on Friday night. That was a lot of fun. And Michaela Jade says, do you like warriors who are the best of the best, and there are women who are just as lethal? Then check out her book, Warrior Secret, available on Amazon. That's Michaela Jade. You want that book. You desperately want that book. And Ted Davies says, good morning, good Monday morning. Oh, good morning to you, Ted Davies Artistry on YouTube and also on the interwebs. And also congratulate that Ted Davies person because he just passed the 100 mark. Thanks to Christian Basil, and also congratulations to Peter Peters' Positivity page, also on YouTube. And he just hit 100. I know because I was the one, because I know I'm subscribed to Ted. and I know I subscribed to my own. But anyway, I realized I hadn't subscribed to Peter Peters. So anyway, I went over there and I was number 100. So I'm proud to have gotten him over the hump. And Ted Davies brings the thing that powers us all, the lubricant upon which the gears of creativity grind. And John B. Pica says it is a Monday. Citizen Pica, I hope you can overcome that, and I hope you are going to have a triumphant rest of the day, my friend. And yeah, BirdCon has been canceled, says Rick Bradley. Yeah, the thing is, though, that is out of the university there, and I believe they made the decision to cancel. There were options under which the show could go on, but they would have been untenable for Scott Reed, the promoter, the great promoter. So yeah, right now I'm in Hannibal, Missouri the first week. Then the second week I'm in Benton, Illinois for SI Comic Con. And then I've got a personal appearance at Castle Perilous towards the end of October. And I think I've got one other, but I'm slipping on that one. Oh, but speaking of appearances, tomorrow night on Clever Title Pending at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central Time, we're going to have the husband and wife team of inspirational author Kathy Jackson and her husband, cover and book designer Matthew the Mad Kel Jackson. And we're going to talk about what it's like to be working together as a husband and wife team. And we hope you'll bring your questions because they've got a lot of answers. And it's a good opportunity for any writer of any caliber, as well as somebody who's interested in what goes into the design of your book. So this would be a good experience for everyone. So please check in tomorrow night, Tuesday night, June 21st, 2020, to check out Kathy and Matthew Jackson on Clever Title Pending. Sorry, a little reflex there. Carl Westman says, I see that Michaela and Kaylee are hanging out on YouTube with 108 subscribers. Holy cats. Oh, wow, I picked one up. And that's the thing. If you have a YouTube channel and you subscribe to mine, I will in turn subscribe to yours. So quid pro quo. It ain't just for the government anymore. And John B. Pica says, let's see. Let me get that on the screen. There we go. Huntsville happens Saturday and Sunday. Did you attend that, John? Did you manage to get there? I do know that a lot of these conventions that are happening are taking COVID some more seriously than others. I know that I heard from Charles F. Millhouse about Buckeye, and he said that social distancing was observed. And I think that's part of it. We've got to make those sacrifices right now if we're going to get out from behind the mask. Although, do I have the mask? Yes, I have a mask, and it is cool, and it will protect me from all diseases. I am sure of this. I'm sure they won't stop me at the gates of Walmart. So, anyway, Eric Hawkins says the speed lube I worked for had a location in Harrisburg. I hated that job, and after they fired me, they went bankrupt. Sweet revenge. Yeah, I like it when places that I used to work at have financial troubles. There is a cruel side of me that genuinely drives pleasure from that. Yeah, I've had a few places like that. In fact, like when I've said it here before, but the water company, when they fired me, I used to tell them, I'm not going to tell you what I do around here, but when I stop doing it, you'll know. Well, they found out. And they were making preliminary overtures about hiring me back. But unfortunately, I made it very clear that the place that they had sent me, it was a re-employment agency. It taught you how to write better resumes and how to conduct yourself in a interview, how to look for jobs, etc. I made it very clear that I would come back, but it would be and that we would negotiate my return, which included no loss of seniority and no loss of pay, which were my two lines in the sand. And oddly enough, negotiations broke down after that. So I was on to them. But yeah, I have to admit that I've only been to one good speed lube ever, and that's the one there's one in Champaign at Bradley and Prospect that Cookie and I like taking our vehicles there because all the others are so hard upsell. Oh my god, and it's like I had one lady tell me for my car, which is I don't drive very often because I don't go anywhere. she said, "Well, you realize, we've now started doing breaks, and you will only be able to use your breaks 4 more times before they completely give out." I'm like, "What?" And a year and a half later, she was right. And I drove a lot more than I broke a lot more than 4 times, believe me. So anyway, congratulations on putting them out of business, Eric. And Ted Davies, thank you all for getting my YouTube subscribers over 100. If you haven't subscribed, well, here's your chance to be part of the journey. And thank you in advance. Check out Ted Davies Artistry on YouTube. Yeah, for some reason, they wouldn't let me. I had to use some sort of variation of my name on because like I said, I set up long ago. But the thing is, now I know how to reset my name. So I'm going to keep working on that. And he said, hump, drank. All right. Thank you. Thank you for keeping up on that, Carlene. And Amy Tomaszewski, mwah, so glad to see you. I hope you're well. I can't stay, but I subscribe to your YouTube. Keep being awesome. Amy, I'm trying to keep up with you at the awesome department. Amy is a wonderful, wonderful artist. And if she's here, please, if you're still here, Amy, please leave your how people can contact you to get some really beautiful artwork. Amy is, oh man, I miss you, hon. Haven't seen you in forever. Hope you are doing well too. Thank you so much. Mwah. And I will, if you have a channel there, I will subscribe to it too. And Michaela Jade said, you said lube. Someone has to. Oh, anyway. Let's see. Ted Davies says, I'm out of gear now. She said, it's when Michaela says lube that. Is it that time already? Anyway, Ted Davies says, coffee, the nectar of the gods. Woohoo! You got that right, Ted. Seriously. And Ted, you'll be happy. Carl also left me a cigar. And Cookie said, as long as you smoke it outside, I don't care what you do with it. But we were smelling the cigar, and keep in mind that my cigar experience is mostly personal experience. It's like 30 plus years old, and it was it's a boy type cigar, not exactly blended from your finest tobaccos, if you know what I mean. I'm surprised that thing didn't light up like the fuse in the start of every Mission Impossible episode. But it was and it was dreadful. It was god awful. But the one that Carl left me, even the smell of it to start with wasn't exceptional. But the one Carl left is it was a stubby, I guess it's called, and it was quite interesting. It had a really nice smell to it. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate Carl bringing that and the boxes along, and just being around on Friday. That was so much fun. And shot past a whole bunch of comments again. And Brian says, Andrew Welch, you might see if SpaCon has openings. They haven't canceled it yet. I have my fingers crossed that it happens, and you'll be able to see your favorite clown. You can choose your favorite between Gizmo and Puddle's Pity Party, by the way. Oh, really? And we have Lori Petty this year, too. Andrew, I would love to go there, but the thing is, because of the distance, I need to be invited as a guest. At least get a free table or something. Because of the distance. But oh man, I love Puddle's Pity Party. He has one of the most sensational voices I have ever heard in my life. He has done some incredible stuff, especially with Postmodern Jukebox. I hope you've been watching that. And Lori Petty, Tank Girl. Anyway, that sounds like good fun though, Andrew. I'd love to be there one day. And Carl says, drink, yes. And John Covey, haven't talked to you in ages. Good morning. It's been quite a while since seeing you, John. What's been keeping you away, brother? Glad to see you here. Hope all is well, my friend. Oh, you're brightening my day, sir. And Carl Wisman, but only 2 likes today. One is mine. One of you ladies needs to like this video. Oh, yeah. Yes, please like the videos because algorithms. And that's what it's about with a lot of these services anymore. In fact, we spend a significant time at Michaela Con. I think it was after you left, Carl, unfortunately. But we were talking about the algorithms and everything. And for a lot of us writers that promote, it's becoming a bear trying to keep up with them. And what was it? Cookie got a message. She runs the Rising Tide page these days, and she does a great job. So please sign up for Rising Tide Publications page on Facebook, if you would please. And there is the logo in the lower right-hand corner to where to go. Also, if you want to get onto our free mailing list, Our free newsletter comes out August 1st, the next issue of that, and go to risingtide.pub for that. So anyway, Carl, we got 2 likes today. I'm grateful for it. I really am. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed, and thank you, Carl. And thank you to everyone who likes this video. Rick Bradley says, Scott tried to come up with as many things as he could, but ultimately decided to not have it anywhere. That means we'll just have a huge one next year. Exactly. Yeah, my 2021 is looking pretty good. It's getting filled up fast, but my 2020 makes me glad I've been working on my online sales. John B. Pica says, I did not attend Huntsville. I wanted to, but circumstances did not allow me to go. I'm sorry, John, but at least you're getting stuff opening up near you. That is a good thing. Hopefully, as long as everyone can stay safe. Carlene said, I already did. So there, Carlene. Thank you. Mwah. You are wonderful. It was good having you on Friday, too. It was so much fun. And Eric Hawkins says October 2nd, 3rd, and 4th might be your only chance to see Brian or me this year. That's true. Come to Big River Comic-Con in Hannibal, Missouri, home of Mark Twain. And if you want more information, go to brcchannibal.com for more information. He might still have some tables. Darren Logue might still have some tables available, so please contact him for availability. And for an extra $20, he'll make sure that you are not seated near me. Poor Eric has lost the bet. Anyway, Rick Bradley, the pawn shop I worked at has gone downhill since I left. I've had many of the customers that have seen me beg me to come back and take it over again. Well, one of the first comic shop I worked in Champaign, Illinois, I still continue to be a customer there after I'd moved on to public broadcasting. And when I'd walk in, I'd have a number of people yelling at my former employer. One guy was even like, basically they all wanted to be rehired. One guy was yelling at him, in fact, one day saying, whatever he wants, give it to him. Service around here has turned it. And, we need to get back up again. Brian was the only one taking good care of us. And right in front of the guy's face. And I'm like, oh, God, this one, if anything, will not get me back. That is probably it. So anyway, John B. Pica says, if you're talking about YouTube subs, go to subscribe to my channels, plural. And what are those channels, John? And John says, Brian, don't you know? They are the League of Impossibilists, the Big Daddy Cool shows. And I got to make sure I'm subscribed to those. I'm going to write that down, John. And as soon as I am off air, Big Daddy Cool shows and League of Impossibilists. Possibilists. I will make sure that I'm subscribed when I get off the air, John. It's the least I can do, brother. So anyway, and Joe McKeel of Stupid O'Clock is here. I am here, but multitasking today, watching 3 video streams plus you and monitoring Twitter. Well, that 12th level intelligence of yours has come in handy, Joe McKeel. Anyway, check out Stupid O'Clock. It's got a great page on Facebook, as well as 2 shows weekly. One on Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Also Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Great show. Imagine the kind of talk you have with your friends after a convention is over, after the dealer's room closes. That's what this is. A lot of stuff. And if you're a science geek like I am, it's a place to hang out. It is fun. I'm going to invade you guys one of these times, Joe. I swear to God. And Carl Witzman, cigars still smoke like they did 30 years ago. Cut a tiny bit off the end, light the other end, suck smoke into your mouth. Well, I'm sure the process hasn't changed. It's just that the one I had back, my first cigar back in the day. Well, let's see. I remember growing up, and in Gleichman's drugstore in the square in Georgetown, Illinois, there was one postcard I thought was hilarious. My mother would not let me buy it, and there was a slogan from one of the cigarette companies at the time: "Was do your cigarettes taste different lately?" And the thing is, it showed like this Virginia tobacco farm with tobaccos, as far as the eye can see. And there is this dog with this big grin on the right-hand side, hiking his hind left leg up over a tobacco plant. And of course, the caption was, "Do your cigarettes taste different lately?" And keep in mind that it's like 50 years plus, and I still remember that thing. That's what that first cigar tasted like. And everyone's going, Brian, how would you know? But anyway, I do. I know. You don't even know why. Anyway, a stubby drank, says Christian Basil. You're right. I'm drinking Christian stubby. Anyway, Eric Hawkins says, Carl gave you a stubby. Was it just the tip? No, he managed to give me the whole thing. Not all cigars are created equal, right? And now Joe Dog McKeel, that's the sexy half of Joe McKeel, is now watching on YouTube. Thank you, Joe. Please give my video a like because I'm needy. I am desperately needy. It will keep me from weeping openly. Uncle Carl always goes all in, Eric, says Rick Bradley, who probably has his own way of knowing. And Carl Witzman says, there's Joe Dog, the one, the only, the Joe Dog. Also, don't forget Stupid O'Clock on Thursday and Saturday nights at 9 p.m. It is a fun show. I love watching it. I have to catch it on reruns because I'm a clean living person and I have to be in bed by 4 p.m. So anyway, John B. Pica algorithms just don't like, comment, and share those videos and post it. It takes only a few seconds. Thank you, John B. Pica. I do appreciate that. Also, check out the League of Impossibles and Daddy Cool shows on YouTube and help that guy get a little closer to video supremacy. And we'll have a huge one next year, Drink. Yeah, Christian, if you don't have one now, I don't think age will help, but I'm willing to try. We got to talk like this on your show sometime. And there's Ted Davies. There's Brian K. Morris on YouTube. Thank you so much, Ted. And please check out Ted Davies' artistry on YouTube, and also his artistry page here on Facebook, and his web page here on the interwebs called Ted Davies Artistry, because he's a man who knows how to brand things. And there's Tina McKinney. Your title made me laugh. OMG, am I having a Monday? Oh, darling, I am so sorry to hear that. Oh, actually, mine started out pretty well, but it's like about the half hour before the show. Monday found out where I was living. Anyway, thanks for the chuckle. Kickstarter starts tomorrow for Roadkill Rampage, and there is the link from Hasm Productions. Also, check out hasm.com. But anyway, Tina, if you want to promote that on the Rising Tide page, please feel free to do so. Okay, put some links on there, and let's see if we can get you a few more people on there, okay? And Joe Dog McKeel says Saturdays are 11 p.m. Eastern, a little less restrained. Oh, sweet Jesus in heaven. That could be rough. Anyway, and that could mean I'm there. I usually catch the Fridays. Maybe that's why but I lead a sheltered existence, and so much of this innuendo goes over my head. Anyway, Adrian Johnson, morning, Brian and friends, and you are one of my friends, Adrian. Good to see you. Hope your morning is going well, sir. And John B. Pica says, check out this work in progress of the next installment of the League Impossibilist webcomic at patreon.com. Check it out. Check out Impossibilist at Patreon, and give John a couple likes, I think, or a couple dollars, actually. Just a couple dollars a month is going to get you a crap ton of entertainment. And someone else we haven't seen in a while is Brian Nance. Morning, everyone. Morning to you, Brian. Good to see you again, man. Hope your day is going well. It's good to see you. And let's see, what else? Does anyone have any special plans for Monday? I'm probably going to go see my friend from the hospital again. And we're going to get a comic script out the door, and get started editing, not just Teresa Dunn's next book, Poetry Expressions 2, but also my next book, Doc Saga. We have the stories in, and I'm eager to start reading those. That is so thrilling to create a character and see what other people do with it. OMG, I've read part of one of them, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. I am such a hack compared to these people. Anyway, so glad to see you, Brian Nance, and I hope your day's going well. And everyone, please don't forget to put in your links to what you do. All right, if you have any sort of business that you own or creative endeavor, or someone you think doesn't get enough attention, please put that in. And what else? A charity that's close to your heart. Anything you think needs promoting, put that in the comments. Hit that enter key, because this is going to go out not only to the people on my profile page, but also the people who are watching on YouTube, people who are reading the Rising Tide page, also geekinsider.com. So please, that's a good way to get your message to some geeky people out there. And I see right now that there are people on all of them, so please check it out. All right, and let's see what else we got going here. I totally caught up All right, and up there we go. There we go. We got it from Brian there at photo_magma. Definitely. You want to talk about that, Brian? Tell everybody why that's so awesome. That's another thing. You know, I have found, and I want to say to everyone who I recently sent out a survey, and I want to thank everyone that took the time to comment on it. It's given us some good insights. It's confirmed a few things that we have been thinking for a while. And soon I am going to send out the results of that survey. I'm going to write it up and send it out, possibly telling everyone in the my next newsletter, which will be out August 1st. And if you want to check it out, please check out that scrolling thing at the bottom if you want to, and it's a 0, not an O, the letter O. It's a 0 1. So, but anyway, please check it out and give it some love. Like I said, it's absolutely free, and we will not be sharing or giving out or selling or renting your name to anyone else. You will get no junk mail or any unsolicited mail because of us. Okay. Uh, and I get offers all the time. Hey, Brian, can we have your mailing list? Hey, you want to pay me for it? Well, yeah, we'll pay you for it. Tough. We're not selling it. Anyway, because I hate unsolicited mail, and I frequently uncheck that box when I sign up for a newsletter. It says, can we have our affiliates contact you? And I'm like, I just assume not. Please no. But anyway, our Rising Tide newsletter every month, we have insight onto what's going on, which stuff goes on whether we're out of the house or not, I promise. We also have a guest editorial. Um, hey, John B. Pica, would you like to write a guest editorial for the August issue? If anyone would like to be spotlighted in our newsletter, please let me know. It's about 250 to 350 words, and we let you shower that thing with hyperlinks to your work. So it's a possible opportunity. I'm not saying we have a huge mailing list, but they're mighty, and we've got a pretty good open rate. We've got generally we get around a 45% open rate, so we're pretty happy with that. But anyway, it's a good way to get your name out. So please contact me via Facebook Messenger if you are interested. And that goes for all of you. Now, what the heck, you are asking, is photo_magma? Well, Brian Nance has the answer because he's the man. And it's photos and some working drawings for my graphic novel. There you go, Brian. And you see, that's the thing. One thing I found that I have a number of people who come on here, drop their link, and then run away. But I'm finding that the best results are from people who are engaged with other people. And I'm finding this engagement thing a lot more effective than I think a number of people realize. And I may have to give classes on it one day. But anyway, Brian, thank you for sharing it. I do appreciate it. I appreciate everyone that has been sharing their links here. Now, I will say, if you are watching on YouTube, there have been some asshats, shall we call them. Oh, the second delay didn't work. Oh, darn. So I can't say asshat. Anyway, these asshats have been coming on there and putting links to their porno sites. I will try to delete them whenever possible, and please just ignore them. They get on everyone's feed. I see them in the writing ones all the time, where we're talking about writing projects and tactics and methodology, and then somebody says, "Hey, come see my webcam pictures." Well, you know what? Your webcam. And Brian Nance says, I do photography. He's a filmmaker and a writer. Yes, you are, Brian, and an artist, and you do everything well, brother. And I hope to see you at KokomoCon. That's the one I was forgetting. I think it's the 18th of October. That Saturday around there is KokomoCon in Kokomo, Indiana, and that is going to be a fun show. I am so looking forward to going to there. And Sean D. Hilton. Also, don't forget Sean Hilton. I don't know. I think he may be doing a Wednesday show, but check out the Comics Cubed in Kokomo page. To give you an idea, he's been having some spectacular sales. He not only sells new material, he also sells some back issues. And I picked up some stuff from the early 1950s. That's older than I am. Reader copies. I have a kid called Outlaw number 13. All right. And for you Marvel fans, you're going, ooh. I also have a Superboy from 1951 as well. I got an old Action Comics. To give you an idea, Action Comics is closing in on. I think it passed its 1020th issue recently. I have an issue from the like 221 or something like that. But anyway, it is cool. It is cool. And anyway, Carlene, hashtag dino porn. Well, you see, that is kind of like elegant erotica, but with extinct lizards and a whole lot of lube. Thank you, Michaela. Anyway, yeah, I had to go there. This is Carlene. Yes, you did because I'm busy. And John B. Pica says, wait, I'm not allowed to post links to my porn sites. You see, John, these were third-party porn sites, okay? Now, if you want to post yours, hashtag naughtyimpossibilist.com. That's fine, And by the way, and it's $2.99 a minute, and for some of us, it's only $1.50. Anyway, John, you may post your porn site to our pages. Anyway, Carl Wisman says, yeah, the dino porn mentions might be bringing out the porn spammers. That could be. That could be. I think honestly, they would probably, if I were reading Bible verses, they would probably be out anyway because they don't pay attention. And not even the good porn spammers. Yeah, that's the thing. Like if Nina Hartley wants to spam me, by jingo, come on down. I've got a list of those ladies who can they can spam my site anytime, if you know what I mean, and I'm sure you do. So anyway, this show has officially gone to hell all of a sudden. Not actually, no, I can't say it's going to hell, but this is the theme to the show. Watch it burn. Watch it burn. Anyway, back to me now. Sorry. And Ted Davies says, I want to thank Charles F. Millhouse and Clyde Hall for the opportunity to include my artwork on Clyde's story in their upcoming magazine. Looking forward to adding my art style to it. Oh, that would be so cool. I'm looking forward to that too. That's going to be fun. Charles F. Millhouse is putting together a pulp-oriented adventure magazine, and I will be in the first issue. I've already been talking to my artist. We just got acquainted. He does a lot of portraits, and I came up with an idea I hope he can work with. But anyway, I will be in there. The great Bobby Nash will be in there, writing a team up with one of his great characters and Captain Hawkland. I will be doing a Captain Hawkland solo story, and Clyde Hall will be represented. It's going to be a great, great magazine. I'm so looking forward to the glorious results. And speaking of glorious results and looking forward to the people, there's Sarah. Sarah, here I am. She says, and mwah, couldn't be happier. And Sarah, Carl, Carlene, we still got to have Sarah Con, okay? We got to have a Sarah Con. And welcome to the phrases, Carl. That's right. Defend yourselves, Captain. The psychic shield's cannot take anymore. And Bill Sarton, good morning, everyone. Bill, glad to see you. Sarton Art 76, the artwork of Bill Sarton, where everything old is new again. And OMG, Naughty Impossible. This is going to totally be a thing. John, you do. You call me, dude. You let me know. I will be subscribing. And all the females in your group are going, me too, but not in that good way. Anyway, Bill Sargent says, hashtag bring cookie home. Thank you, Bill. I appreciate that so much, as always. And Carl Wisman says, is Nina Hartley still alive? Carl Wisman, Nina Hartley is not only still alive, she is still active. She is holding up very well. Let's just say, and it's good to see people of her vintage going out and still in the workforce. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, she is. Anyway, and now you're asking me how I know. Teresa Dunn says hello to Sarah. Hello, Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Teresa Dunn. Gee, is that the time we gotta go? But no, seriously. Yeah, she's still around, and Nina Hartley, excuse me, is immortal, says John B. Pica. Even better, she's immoral. No, actually, no, seriously, I've seen her on talk shows, and she is a very eloquent woman. She's really intelligent, and she's not hard on the eyes. But one of the things I like about her, the fact is she is so freaking smart. She's got a great sense of humor. I always liked reading her interviews back in the days when I was single. which were a long, excuse me, were a long, long time ago. Pardon me for that sneeze. I didn't get to my mute button in time. But yeah, she's a very intelligent lady, still is, and I think she's fun. So anyway, and Carl Wisman says, good to hear that Nina is still working. Yes, Carl, and I think it's because she wants to, not because she has to. And Teresa Dunn porn, no, it's dino porn. Get all three syllables in there. Dino porn. Not no porn, but dino porn. Okay. And on YouTube, hi Teresa, says Sarah. And Brian Nance is laughing at us. He is mocking us with his laughter. And Carl Wisman says, Teresa Dunn said porn. Drink. Yes, it is a momentous day because Teresa has said porn. And Teresa's going, I said, what? And John B. Pica, she has a PhD. Yes, that's true. She does. I've forgotten that. But of course, we know if you ever read Number of the Beast by Robert Heinlein, which Cookie had me read before we got married, she says this will give you a glimpse into my psyche, and I read it and I'm like, I'm marrying you anyway. Okay, it is later Heinlein. But anyway, they define PhD as piled higher and deeper. Andrew Welch said, I may step away for a moment and come back to a discussion of Nina Hartley. All I can say is you're dating yourself. Good thing you're a cheap date. That's true. That's true. And I will put out. That is the one thing. Andrew, yeah, and shame on you, Andrew, for knowing who Nina Hartley is. Anyway, so yeah, there's a lot of that dates me. But the funny thing is, I've always adopted phrases from other eras, and like one moment I'll be discussing Justin Bieber while using World War II slang, and people ask me, "How old are you? I can't place you." And Carl Witzman says, "Gesundheit." Thank you, Carl. I appreciate that. And I only sneezed once. That's kind of unusual for me. And Michaela J said, "That's what I forgot to add to my YouTube channel. I forgot to upload that special video." Well, if you want to have Carl and I preview it for you, we would be happy to do because we're your friends. And who better than your friends? And Teresa Dunn, Nina Hartley was a porn star, now author. Yeah, I think she's also directed some and produced some. She's an entrepreneur, and plus she's got other sidelines, which is good for a good example for us writers to have more than one income stream. Like I've talked to a number of writers in comics and in novels who, on a serious note here, getting away from the adult aspects, when a show cancels, that's their income. And it's like, well, do you have like side gigs? I'm not talking about a second job, but do you have like t-shirts? Do you write for other people? Do you have something going in your field of labor, which is like writing or drawing or whatever? Do you have something else going alongside it? And they're like, no, I just have this and I'm devastated. Well, that's what happens when you don't plan well. And higher and deeper, says Brian. Thank you, Sarah. So anyway, Carl Witzman says, let's see. Okay, here we go. Carl Witzman says, I've still got your book licking video, Michaela. You need that. I agree. And I when the nights get cold and lonely, I play that. Andrew Welch says, of course I know who that is. I'm a Navy vet. Well, there you go. Okay, I forgot about that, Andrew. Okay, you probably know more than I do about it. Sarah, you have a ton of us spine licking, Carl, and that's Brian and Brian's reaction to it all. Yeah. Carl has a way to isolate videos from these Zoom meetings and the StreamYard things. So yeah, I've got some books that we have to turn down the AC about 5 degrees when I start watching them. I'm not going to tell you why, but anyway, it must be some sort of malfunction. And Sarah says, Carl Wisman, Ted Davies is going to bring some class. Goes all Ted all the time. Now that will bring us some class here. Go to Ted Davies Artistry. And do you still have copies of your books? That's the question, Ted, because you could still sell some on here, maybe. And Bill Sarton says, I had a great birthday yesterday. I forgot, yes, you had a birthday. Happy birthday to you. And to Teresa Dunn, same day. Anyway, among the cool birthday swag I snagged was a Topps 1961 Chicago Cubs Billy Williams graded rookie baseball card. Wow, that's super. That is totally great. I love it. Billy has always been my all-time favorite Cubs player who was part of the famous 1969 Cubs team. It was a good day all around. And I want to thank Brian and all the Nevermorians who sent me their birthday greetings. I tried to respond to everyone, but after it reached 475 people, I found this to be almost impossible to do. Notice I snuck impossible in there. It's almost impossible to do. Well, Bill, you deserve it, man. You have made a huge impact in the last year in the creative community with your art and most of all your good humor and your comradeship and your support. So brother, you earned all of those. Okay. So anyway, happy post birthday to you, Bill. Keep celebrating today. Okay. And if you ever do a Kickstarter for your next book, including the spine licking video, might bring in more contributors. Hey, that's true. And I am seriously considering Doc Saga doing at least part of it via Kickstarter. So we'll see what happens. And Cindy Kep, good morning, y'all. All y'all. Mwah, Cindy Kep, CKOEPP.com for the most bombdiggly-icious newsletter in the industry. Please check out Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com. Sign up for her free monthly newsletter. And also check out her brand new book, Animal Eye, available on Amazon and from bearpublications.com. Good to have you here, especially now that we've gotten all the porn discussion behind us now, I'm hoping. And Wendy Gale, mwah, so glad to see you here. I'm having a Monday. I'm sorry. Following CDC guidelines and company policy and staying home today is a scary feeling sick. It's scary feeling sick these days. Wendy, I agree with you completely. I hope you and Chuck and everyone in your household stay well. Especially you guys. You got a lot to contribute to the community. But yeah, and I will say now, I've only let a few people know after all my railing against the anti-maskers. I had a COVID scare about 3 weeks ago. Cookie and I had eaten in a place where, like, about 2 days after we were there, it was shut down because they had 3 to 5 employees who tested positive for the My Sharona Miley Cyrus Peter pandemic, and we took a lot of extra care. I isolated myself. By Friday, we were well past it, but I'd shown no symptoms. Now the thing is, in late November, I had an incident where I had, a little bit. I had a small fever. Week. I slept almost constantly for about a full day. And I was, see, I believe you're in medicine. I believe the term is evacuate. And I'll add that I opened up the sluices at both ends. But that wasn't on the CDC list of symptoms until just recently. And so sometimes I do want to get an antibody test. I just wonder if somehow I was in that first wave of infection. I don't know how I could be because I don't exactly, I don't go out all the time. So it could be I just caught a flu. But even though I had had a flu shot like a couple weeks prior to that. But anyway, Wendy, I'm sorry you're having a Monday. I hope we can do something to make it a little brighter for you. But anyway, you are loved and you are appreciated. And I hope nothing but good results for you and everyone in your household. All right. We'll be thinking about you, Wendy. I promise. John B. Pica says, I have several streams of creative income, live entertainment, writing, podcasting, plus I run a health insurance agency. There we go. See, now that's how you do it. If that way, if one stream falls down, you got others to pick up on. For instance, we're going to be doing more merchandising this year. With Cookie working more, it's getting a little harder to get her to do my graphics. But anyway, John, that's how you do it, man. I'm very proud of you. I really am. You got it going on, and we all could be doing that. And many of you do that already. Many of you have podcasts. Many of you have YouTube channels. Many of you have merchandise or like T-shirts or drinking cups or what have you, stickers. It's just a matter of taking the time to get it set up. And Teresa Dunn says, I have seen porn when I was a kid. I have too. The problem is you stopped. Anyway, or actually the problem is I didn't. Dan Davies says, I have 2 copies of Retrieve number 1 and 2 signed and ready to ship. Purchase it today at teddaviesartistry.com at /shop-ted. Chop Ted all day long. Anyway, check it out. The idea is, what if you could be punished for the crimes you committed in a previous life? That's what Retrieve is about, and it's a really good book. I've seen it. It is so good. You really need to get it and get in on the ground floor on this. And the next comment is from Michaela Jade. Well, I had planned to send my box full of goodies to my favorite promoter, so there should be another video coming as soon as I box it all up. Oh my goodness. Anyway, Andrew Welsh says, I know you've watched the old Kung Fu movies with the voices dubbed over. Indeed, I have. Now imagine that dubbing over a Nina movie. I'm sure there are at least 5 languages of Nina in my lifetime. Yeah, I admit in my single days, when I first moved to Champaign, Illinois, I was within 4 blocks of 2 adult theaters. And I went to a lot of movies back then. I wasn't dating much. I didn't know anyone there of the female persuasion, at least. I was a comics fan, okay, that guaranteed it. But no, I spent a lot of time in those theaters, and it was so much fun to watch those movies where the passion scenes. Notice I'm skirting the issues here. Passion scenes were dubbed in. I thought that was so amazing. And I would sit there while everyone else is, shall we say, getting into the moment. I'm sitting there laughing because I'm having such a surreal time. Third party passion. I'd never seen it before. And I'm well traveled. Andrew Welch, yes, you are. I appreciate that too. And I'm glad we don't have to explain anything. And Bill Sarnart 76 and MattOstrom.com artwork was very popular yesterday. Oh, did you get out to a place, Cindy? Tell us about it, please, darling, please. And what Michaela said, drink. Oh, yeah, I'm afraid to. I'll drown. Michaela will kill me here. And there we go. Newsletter. Ooh, I need to write the next one. It's not the last minute yet, Cindy. Why wait? Why wait till the last minute when you can wait till the last second like I do? Yeah, last month I got behind in some things, and I'm like, I'm not going to make it this month. I did manage to make it like about, I think it was like an hour and a half before my deadline. So anyway, but please check out Cindy Koepp, CKOEPP.com. And please sign up for her newsletter. She is amazing. And please buy her book. She does some great work, and she's going to be represented in the next Doc Saga book, the first Doc Saga book. And I'm going to start editing it this week, Cindy. So, Carlene, whole different meaning when Brian says your book is delicious. That is right. And Charles F. Millhouse, good to see you, brother. Doc Saga, you got that right. And looking forward to it. And I'm so excited for your magazine coming out. I really am. And thank you for pairing me up with that artist. I finally found his work on Twitter. I'd given those suggestions, and I'm like, I looked for him on Facebook, and there was nothing on his Facebook page that I could see as far as his art. It's all on Twitter. And I'm like, whoa, I need to focus in on what this guy does best. And I sent him a suggestion, as you saw, and I hope he likes it. Looking forward to seeing what he does. I am excited to see Doc Saga, and I'm so glad you had a good show yesterday, Charles. I really am. And check out the Charles Millhouse's pages too. And Sarah, important discussion behind us, says Brian. Okay, I'll be good now. Here goes Sarah's charm. Anyway, no, you're always good, Sarah. You're a delight. And John B. Pike, hey gang, if anyone watching would be interested in being involved in an awesome multi-platform project, I am looking for help with social media and convention booking for the League of Impossibilists. So contact John B. Pica and help a brother out. Seriously, he needs a social media and appearance manager. So I've got one, but I married her. I have to sleep with her. So anyway, Cindy Koepp needs some good reading while quarantined. Check out Smashwords by Brian K. Morris. Thank you very much, Cindy. I appreciate it. And also check out the work of Cindy Koepp. I do insist. And here too at Amazon, that's where I'm at. Thank you, Cindy. Appreciate it. We do horror, we do humor, we do adventure, we hold books upside down, and for your pleasure. Anyway, where's Meredith when we need her? So let's get back on the comments here before I have to lick more. Go ahead and drink. And Sarah, please don't stifle your creativity. Agreed. And Carl Wisman says SarahCon 2020. And also subscribe to the YouTube page for Rising Tide. Thank you, Cindy. Yes, we're at 108 subscribers. And again, thank you to Christian Basil and Meredith Logren for pimping me all weekend, and also to everyone here who is now a part of our YouTube family. And we hope you like what you see. And also, if you are a subscriber and I have not subscribed to your page, please let me know, and I will subscribe to your page in turn. That's what I've been doing all weekend because that's what Rising Tide does. And according to the symptoms, I've had COVID-19 for the last 10 years, says John B. Pica. Yeah, I have too off and on, except for the shredding of the lung lining. Well, then again, I had that back when I was smoking clove cigarettes. Those smell anyway. And I know the Mike Sharona. Yeah, best guitar solo of the 70s. Wendy Gale says, thanks, Brian. Going to be finishing editing issue 2 of my series and doing some writing. Yes, Wendy, that's what I like to see. Even when we're waiting out, potential bad, bad news, still being creative, pencils down my butt. Anyway, good to see that, Wendy. That makes me happy. And she mocks John with laughter. And Christian Basil, of course, can't go 5 minutes without saying dino porn. And who can blame him? Dino porn it is. And don't forget Buttbeard. Don't forget Buttbeard. And Rick Radley, my Sharona, Miley Cyrus has hit all around us. Andrea has asthma, so I'm definitely worried about her. Well, you definitely have to take precautions. And the thing is, we're now looking at a lot of places where they're talking. I was reading this morning on Apple News about a couple places, including at least one in Florida, is talking about total shutdown, like police and fire only, pretty much, and hospitals. That it's become a brush fire down there, and they have more people coming in to party because and it's mostly young people, unfortunately. Now we're seeing a spike of infections in younger people, and yeah, they've got a better chance of surviving it than I do at 64. But just the same, they're carrying it to other people, and that's what this pandemic is about. So anyway, we're totally maskers. We really are. Charles F. Millhouse changes the subject, and welcome to it. Says, I had a great weekend. Besides catering a wedding for 2 great kids, I had a wonderful time at the Buckeye Comic Con on Sunday. It was nice being back on the road. I'm looking forward to it. I may have to worm my way into the promoter's affections and see if I can't get into a Buckeye show too. But all my stuff's in October right now. Nothing in November. All I've got other than that are virtual shows, and we'll see what happens. And Rick Bradley can't type this morning. That's okay. I can't talk, so we're in good company. And Sarah sends that heart of hers. Love you, and it's a great heart because Sarah owns it. Love you, Sarah. And Andrew Welsh says, laugh of the day. 70s porn played at 3 times speeds with yakety sax playing in the background. Now that is entertainment. I don't care what anyone says. And next is Carl Wisman. True story. I worked with a man who was totally blind. I visited his house and a porn video was playing on the television. Oh my God. That's funny. That is funny. He continues, his brother was there too, and I assume that he was watching it. Nope, the blind guy was listening to it. Well, you can have like a porn podcast, and I'm sure they're out there. There's a podcast for everything now. And Christian Basil says, porn gives us an unrealistic idea that plumbers and repairmen come on time. Yeah, there we go. See, now you talk about exploitation. And also that pizza prices are negotiable too. And yes, Carl Wisman. So that dialogue is so important. Well, it's funny. Some of my favorite ones, it is. There were some actors like John Leslie and Richard Pacheco that, I love their movies because they were great actors. They were terrific. And they had acting skills on the level of mainstream people. In fact, they had both done a little bit of mainstream work. I remember Nighthawks with Sylvester Stallone and Billy D. Williams, and John Leslie was in it. I believe he was like like a sales manager in a department store towards the beginning. He's a fine actor and really, really good. And right, Christian, and the pizza guy gets there fast. That's right, within 30 minutes, but it ain't free. Robert Beatty joins us now. Glad to see you, Robert. Piece of advice: don't ever move to Casey, Illinois. It got the police called on me for my daughter's toys being in the yard. Holy cats! What was that about? That's nuts. Small town life. Rick Radley says, you have to sleep with her, or does she have to sleep with you? It's more a requirement that she sleep with me. That's what the parole officer said. At least that's what I told her the parole officer said. But it's a labor of love, I hear. Anyway, Christian Basil says, porn and Sarah was mentioned in the same sentence. Now I have to call in during my shift for a 2-hour much-needed cold shower. Yeah, yeah, I could see that. And let's see. Oh, and we just shot past new comments. And it's funny because they just offered me the thing on to hide current comment for Christian Basil. I wonder why. As Brian Nance mocks us with the laughter. And Sarah Says will always pimp you, Brian. I love you, Sarah, and I will pimp you too. And Joe McKeel says, "Gotta run. Everyone stay safe and wash your damn hands." Good philosophy, my friend Joe McKeel of Stupid O'Clock, 9 p.m. Friday evenings and 11 p.m. on, Thursday evenings, 9 p.m. Thursday evenings, and 11 p.m. on Saturdays. And Joe, it is always a pleasure to have you here, brother. Hope you have a sensational day. Give my love to everyone at Stupid O'Clock and check out their Facebook page and give that a like if you would, please. And Cindy Cap says, QuadCon went pretty well yesterday. The hotel has lots of precautions in place, and the organizer required a few more. And I added a few of my own to protect my roommates. Good for you. Most folks were there to see Gigi Edley, and see, I know how to pronounce it from Farscape. And as soon as she left, the crowd's thin. I sold a few books, keychains, amigurumi. I hope I'm right. And tie worms. So not bad, really. Good, Cindy. I'm glad you had a good weekend. I really am. And it sounds like QuadCon was a success. Very cool. And ooh, cloves are wonderful. Bring back memories. Yeah, I love the smell of clove cigarettes. But smoking them, OMG, it did a number on my lungs. You know, I know how asthmatics feel now. I mean, I couldn't even put my feet over the side of the bed and stand up without the room spinning. It got that bad. And Doc Saga, yay! Cindy Kemp is going to be in there. I'm so happy. And Sarah says, hashtag buttbeard. I'm happier now, even happier than before. All right, time to go earn those insurance commissions. John B. Pica, thank you for being here. League of Impossibles. Also, don't forget his YouTube channels, Big Daddy Cool Shows and League of Impossibles. I will be making sure I'm subscribed to them. I hope you do too. All right, Sarah continues. Starting today, we're required to wear masks in any store. Yeah, it's under advisement that we do, according to the governor, although the city of West Lafayette, which is across the Wabash from Lafayette proper, the mayor there has said all businesses are to enforce mask wearing. So the only excuse you get is when you're eating and drinking. That is the only time you are not, you're not obligated to wear a mask. But like Friday, we were in the back room at Nine Irish bar and restaurant in Lafayette, Indiana, and we took off our masks after a time. We took off our masks when the meal came, and there is a photograph of us not wearing our masks, but we put them on immediately afterwards. We took them off for the shot, and we otherwise stayed safe for the mostly for the sake of our lovely young waitress. She was a darling. She took good care of us. But anyway, yeah. And also the Kroger and Walmart store chains have both said that mask wearing is no longer optional. That although they are enforcing it differently. For instance, our local Kroger, we went in and the majority of people were wearing masks, I'm glad to say. And there were a few people getting the stink eye, I'm glad to say. But anyway, not that I'm really into shaming people, but I think people should be aware there are larger issues. I'm out of breaks this Indie I'll bug you later. In the meantime, go to CKOEPP on Amazon for some fun sci-fi, fantasy, and gameplay. Check out the work of Cindy Cap. She is incredible. You think she's fun here? Check out her writing. And definitely go to CKOEPP.com and subscribe to her free newsletter because she's awesome. Phil Thompson, what did you think of the pages sent you and my webcomic on Instagram? I sent you a reply. I liked them. Very, very enjoyable. And good luck with them. Sarah says, come on time. OMG, I'm trying to be good. Well, let it go, Sarah. Let it go. We're all friends here. Nice try, Sarah, says Carl Witzman. I agree. And I have Casey and family in Casey, Illinois, says Sarah. That's where my parents got married. Oh, well, cool. And watch what you say about Casey. Well, I guess because Sarah moved out, Casey is no longer cool. And Carl Wisman said, in that case, smoke that nub cigar slowly, Brian. Donna likes to smoke them quickly. She also doesn't stand up too fast afterward. Yeah, I can imagine. I am going to light that thing up. I really am, Carl. But I want you and Ted to do a tutorial on cigar lightage. That's the thing. Robert Bay says, they told me nothing can be left outside, even though there's a ton of abandoned houses that need torn down. The real Casey that exists past all the giant pieces of junk they call tourist attractions. Yeah. Well, the thing is, with a lot of the abandoned properties, they might not be able to get a hold of the property owners, the problem, but they can get a hold of the existing property owner. It's not really fair. And I had an instance in Champaign where our lawnmower was broken and the grass was getting a little high. We were shopping around and saving up for a new mower because they're not inexpensive. And some idiot from the city called up and said, well, we're going to fine you like $125 a day until you mow that lawn starting today. And I said, I want to talk to your supervisor. And he said, I'm not going to let you talk to him because you're going to complain. I said, yeah, and I'll take it. That as meaning you get a lot of complaints. So I'll tell you what, I'll take my story to the local newspaper. And he's like, what? I said, yeah, I got your name. You told me your name. And I want to talk about, various lots in town that are allowed to grow their grass even taller than mine. But you're harassing, just a regular taxpayer because you can. And I don't like bullies, so I'm going to give you a little taste of it. He's like, oh, no, don't go to the newspaper. Don't go to the newspaper. My supervisor won't like it. And I said, that's the reason why I'm going to the newspaper. So either you connect me to your supervisor right now or I go to the newspaper. And he's like, no, please don't. And he was almost crying. Please don't contact them. I'll get fired. I said, I don't care. You're hassling me. And I'm sure I'm not the only person on your list. And you either tear up that order right now and you apologize, or else I will find a way to get to your supervisor and I will talk to the newspaper at the same time. And he's like, oh, don't do that. I'm sorry. It won't happen. I won't send that out. And I said, good. I expect not to hear from you again, ever. And sure enough, I did. Anyway, Christian Basil says, Sarah wanted me to wear a mask in her presence. It was a little different. It had a rubber band and a ball. I have no idea how this was supposed to protect you from anyone from COVID-19. You see, when you wear those kinds of masks, this prevents the spittle from coming out and otherwise infecting poor Sarah. So you're doing the right thing. And nubs are better than weed, says Carleen. Okay, I've never smoked marijuana, so I have no basis of comparison. No, seriously, I never have. Never been tempted to. Andrew Welsh, well, I gotta go do normal stuff. Ew, day jobs. Ew, can't live with them, can't live without them. I hear that, Andrew. Andrew Welch, check out Jester at Large on Facebook and jesteratlarge.com. And Andrew, thank you as always for being here, brother. It was a pleasure to see you. Love it that Gizmo was in the house. All right, Carl Wisman says, Robert, Donna, and I came to Casey to see the giant pieces of junk. Yeah, there we go. Why don't you tell the city that what all your daughter's toys are a tourist attraction, Robert? They'll probably give you some money for it. Brian Nance, I have to go. Everyone stay safe during this difficult period. Brian, thank you for being here. It was great to see you, and I hope you stay safe too, you and yours. All right. And Carl didn't see much. Yeah. And Christian Basil says, well, Brian, since you put it that way, and yes, I did, and I will probably live to regret it. Anyway, let's see. And I shot right. Oh, and yeah, I do, Christian, and I will live with the consequences. And poor Christian having to wear the mask I required. Ha, says Sarah, who probably mocked you while you were wearing it, and you had no way to defend yourself. I could see that. Yeah. So anyway, and Carlene says, got some great Amish food at Casey's store. I actually love Casey's pizza. That stuff is great. That's some of the best pizza I've had ever. And Michaela Jade says, I'm offended. Christian and Sarah didn't invite me to the party. Yeah, and I didn't get any video. Michaela, we need to lodge a formal protest, I suspect. Anyway. So those are your comments so far. So let's take a little break here and let's talk about one of my favorite authors. All right, and that wasn't that fun. I thought so. And Robert Beatty tells us about the political landscape down there. Yeah, if you ain't got money in this town, you don't mean anything. Small town politics. Yeah, I grew up in small town politics, so yeah, I totally get it. Sorry you're running into that, my friend. Really sorry. Sarah says Christian Basil explains why you smiled the whole time. Yeah, but you couldn't. But we could see the joy in your eyes. I'm sure. Anyway. So anyway, that's it. Now, what have we got going this week? Now, tonight, see, no programming notes for tonight. Tomorrow, like I said, we will not be on the air with Nevermind the Furthermore because it's not our time. But we will be on tomorrow night with Clever Title Pending. We've got two fantastic guests, Kathy Jackson, who's a friend of you all. You should show up and give her some love. She is a great inspirational novelist who manages to put a little bit of spice into her inspiration, if you know what I mean. And check out her work on Amazon. She is a fantastic writer. And also, her husband, Matthew Jackson, will be here, the Mad Celt himself. We'll be talking about designing covers and designing in book interiors. And you can give him your questions and he will answer them. And so will Kathy. She'll answer his questions too, if she's like my wife. But anyway, no, she'll answer her questions. And they, please show up tomorrow and give them some love and check out and have your questions ready for them. I know they will welcome them. And so anyway, please check it out. And we'll be back Wednesday. And Wednesday night will also be maybe another night of Comics Cubed in Kokomo. Sean D. Hilton will have another show and where he'll sell new issues, graphic novels, toys. He had a bunch of brand new Funko Pops in the store the other night that looked really tasty. So please check them out. And let's see, and just all kinds of things happening this week. We'll keep you posted, but you can stay posted as for our personal appearance if you go to risingtide.pub and you have an opportunity to sign up for our monthly newsletter. It's free. And I promise you'll get no spam mail as a result of signing up. We are not going to give away or share or rent your information. It's mine, all mine. I'm greedy. So please sign up for that. We would love it if you did. Also, if you are watching us on Facebook, please go over to YouTube and give us a like on there. Just do a search for Brian K. Morris or Rising Tide Productions, and you will find our channel, which is just recently topped 108 subscribers, which may not sound like a lot, but we're happy with it. But we want more because we have a world to conquer. And anyway, and if you subscribe to my channel, I will subscribe to yours. I promise. And if you have subscribed to mine and I haven't subscribed to yours, let me know and I will correct that. So anyway, that's what we've got going right now. And I've got like a comic script to send out and another one to start. I am working with a couple people on I'm working with someone on a what's called a fumetti. Fumetti. Look it up, and you might get excited, especially when when you find out who I'm doing it with. You may already know. Anyway, Robert Bay says, "Sorry, needed to vent." Well, Robert, man, you're amongst friends, man. You can do that here. You know that. It's when you start calling the governor names that we start to read a little ahead and make sure you're on the safe side. But anyway, Robert, I agree with you fully. It wasn't right. It was not right. And Carl Witzman, sorry I had to call and hassle the contractors. Says Carl Witzman. Man, it is a Monday, isn't it? And have a great day. All busy. You too, Ted. Hey, anyway, being busy beats the hell out of the opposite, doesn't it? Anyway, because it means people want you, what you do. Anyway, Ted, we want you. We love what you do. We hope you have a great day, Ted. Please take care. And Phil Thompson, what did you think of the pages in webcomic on Instagram? I believe I gave you the Instagram a like, and I did send you a reply via direct mail, Philip, about your other one. I was very impressed with it. And Amy Hale says, "Good morning, Amy Hale. How are you doing, darling? Hope you are well this morning." And Graham Kraus Christian sent me. Graham, I am happy to have you here. Welcome to the Madhouse. Here comes the spiel. We do this 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. And it's an interactive talk show. You put in a comment, I will reply, and we'll have a conversation that way. And if you have something to promote, something creative, like a comic book, a Kickstarter, your own business, someone you think should promote themselves more, or a charity is close to your heart, Graham, put that in the comments. Hit that enter key and let's share it. And also, we are also on YouTube for a better look. And Also, your comments will show up on there. So this is a good place to be. Graham, we're glad you're here. Hope you're having a great Monday so far. Carleen says contractors in Danville, Illinois lie. Just an observation. After almost 3 years of trying to get one to fix the hole in my office ceiling, that long? Holy cats! I know that it's when I came over to visit, which was quite some time ago. I know it was there then. So holy wow! Anyway, there we go. And Sarah has a link to a YouTube page. Please check it out. And good morning, Luke Stone. Glad to see you. Hybrids, the Sons of Gods, coming soon from Terraform Comics, and also Scarlet Trace by Luke Stone and my favorite writer. And anyway, Luke, hope your morning is going well, my friend. And Carl Westman says, Sarah, is that a link to this show? Wow, how meta. I agree. And Luke Stone says, check out terraformcomics.com. Please subscribe to sign up for their newsletter list, and there's going to be some possible free stuff in there for you. Who knows? But check it out. If you like good comics, check out terraformcomics.com. And Voodoo Nations is funding right now. That's a comic that Luke has been drawing, and there is the link to that. It's the first issue of that book. Sounds pretty good. Check it out for the Luke Stone art. It will be amazing. So anyway, after an hour and 36 minutes and 55 seconds and counting, we have come to the end of your comments. So we are going to call it early this morning because I am out of this stuff. You know what it is. No, it's not vodka. That's for after 5. Anyway, AM. Pardon me. So anyway, it's like off on the correct side of my hand, and yes, I will wash that after I'm done here. So anyway, that's what we've got going here. And to everyone who got this far, thank you very much. And like I said recently, we did a poll, and I like to thank everyone who took my poll. If you have not taken a poll, and it's about this show, it's about 20 questions. Or no, 10 questions, excuse me. It takes about 3 minutes to fill out. And if you've not, if you would like to fill it out and you have not yet, send me a DM on Facebook Messenger, and the results have been illuminating. Kind of confirms a lot of things I was feeling but couldn't quantify. And so if you want to have a voice in how this show proceeds, and it's things like how often this show comes on, what days I should skip, things that could have a negative effect on this show. And we would like to hear your comments. We will keep the polls open until the end of the week. But if you would like to voice your opinion, please send me a direct message on Facebook Messenger, and I will send you a link to that poll. Like I said, I'm going to close it out after this week because we've gotten quite a number of comments, and they've been very illuminating. Some surprising stuff, though. I thought some things would score higher than they did, and they didn't. But anyway, Robert Beatty says, are we still not calling the governor of Illinois a prick? No, we're not calling. Well, we can call him a prick, but we're not going to screw up his name. That's childish. If you're going to call him a prick, call him a prick. Okay? I used to get amused by the 60 Minutes back in the day, originally before they gave it to Andy Rooney, the commentary to Andy Rooney, late Andy Rooney, they had like a point counterpoint thing with originally it was Nicholas von Hoffman, who was a liberal newspaper writer, and oh god, the other guy I'm blanking on his name, but he later did the same segment, but with Shane Alexander. But anyway, Nicholas kept calling, and this was in the late 60s, early 70s, and Nicholas von Hoffman kept calling then President Nixon President Truthful. And it's cute the first few times, but, Governor Pritzker, anyway, not just Governor Pritzker, but all name calling kind of wears on me rather rapidly now. And it's like I keep saying, why make fun of their name when they've got so many personality flaws to zero in on? And I think Governor Pritzker has enough that he's doing wrong that you can sure vent about them all you want, and you can call him a prick because that's more direct. So anyway, did you see the feds tated the Speaker of the House, Mike Madigan, the other day? No, I tated, T-A-I-D-E-D. I would like that clarified. But if they got after Mike Madigan, that makes a great Monday for me. Mike Madigan, in my opinion, is one of the most corrupt politicians in the state of Illinois. And if let's just say if more people were aware of the deal making he has made, you wouldn't feel the burn as much as you did. Anyway, let's talk about other people, and let's talk about Rick Bradley. Everyone, take care and stay creative. Rick Bradley, I expect the same out of you. Don't forget, Rick Bradley has a book out on Amazon. His first novel, Marvin's Night Out, and you can get a pre-order on that right now for $2.99. And July 31st, he's releasing the paperback edition. So please check it out and pick up that book. You will be incredibly rewarded. And speaking of rewarding, is rewarding no Daryl Shaw. Daryl, glad to see you, sir. The overlord of the Salem Comic and Toy Expo. And Tracy Jackson, good to see you. Mwah! Hope you're having a great morning, Tracy. Good to see you. Oh, it's so cool. And Rated. Oh, okay, Rated. Oh, I like that even better. I like the idea of Mike Madigan getting rated. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. And Rated, says Rick Bradley. Yes, it means we got to go get some news when this is over. News that'll make us smile. So anyway, thank you all for being here. Thank you whether you watched on YouTube or you watched on Facebook. And again, a special thanks to everyone who participated in MichaelaCon last Friday. It was a small, informal gathering of friends, but a highly worthwhile one. And I felt fired up after that, man. It just broke a log jam in me. I got a comic script done faster than I thought I would. Got corrections on another one done. And today I'm sending out another one. And then the next week I'll be writing another comic script. And we're going back to editing Doc Saga for reals. Anyway, Rick Bradley, we're going to Robert Beatty now. It says the way they are talking, he's going down. Even the governor of Illinois, ha ha ha, gotcha, is saying Madigan needs to step down. Wow. Whoa, now that is a break. For those of you who don't follow Illinois politics, we're like New Jersey, but with more practice. Illinois politics is pretty much run out of Chicago by an organization that is informally known as the Machine, who have been basically guiding the political futures of Illinois probably since at least the 50s, I would say. I'm sure it goes back more than that. They basically handed John F. Kennedy the presidency in 1960, and they pretty much run the state house in Illinois. So anyway, so wow. And to have someone break ranks like that, saying Madigan needs to step down, that's a huge break in the armor. Robert. Thank you for the best news I've had all morning. I'm definitely going to check that out. That's going to make me smile. And Comic Scripts is Eric Hawkins. Way to go. We will make a comic writer out of you yet. I'm working on it, dude. I am so working on it. And, and I got to get that NB script to you, too. That'll be great. Anyway, but yeah, I'm having fun doing comics. I'm looking forward to getting back to the prose writing. God, I got to get Doc Saga done. I am so excited to get that done. So anyway, what that means is I better cut this broadcast off. Thank you for energizing me, but I'm afraid I gotta get going here. And yay, Brian. Well, yay, Carly. I'm so glad you were over the other day. It made me so happy. So anyway, so glad you made it, and so glad you're here. I'm glad all of you are here. And goes back further than the 50s. Used to be called the Mafia. Tri Capone days, says Eric Hawkins. Yeah, I wasn't. I wondered if there was a link between that, and what became the Machine. You just don't hear a whole lot about Capone's political career, though. That's okay. You're right. That reminded me. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that, Eric, because I can always stand to learn, as can we all. This is the learning place. So anyway, what I want you all to learn is to check out Comic Book Advocates also at 4 p.m. There is programming every day about independent comics. And like I said, if you're watching us on YouTube right now, if you found us through a search, please subscribe to the channel and give this video punch that like button. I don't know why you're supposed to punch it. You could damage your computer that way. Anyway, gently and carefully press the icon so that you can be alerted to when I do new shows, which will be for Nevermind the Furthermore. It's every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. And Clever Title Pending, we'll have that tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have the incredible Kathy Jackson, a wonderful author and an incredible designer and artist and photographer and all-around great guy, Matthew Jackson. Yes, they have the same last name. Coincidence? I think not. Anyway, we're going to talk about what it's like to be an artistic couple. You know, how does it feel to be working together? Please bring your questions, because the show is nothing without your questions and being part of the discussion there. So anyway, we've got a lot of things to do, and I know you do, because this is Monday and the work never stops. So anyway, hope you all have a fantastic Monday, and do something creative. Give somebody a smile, because they probably could use it today. And we hope that we'll see you tomorrow night on Clever Title Pending at 8 p.m. Eastern, and I hope we'll see you on Nevermind the Furthermore on Wednesday. Also, don't forget to sign up for my free monthly newsletter at risingtide.pub, and give the Facebook page of Rising Tide Publications a like. Over 2,100 strong. We're waiting on you now. So anyway, have a fantastic day, no matter where you're watching us. And as always, stay smart, stay safe, wash your damn hands, and never apologize for being awesome. Have a great Monday, everyone. Talk to you soon.
Thank you for tuning in to Nevermind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide Publications and Brian K. Morris production. Member of the Comic Book Advocating Network and sponsored by GeekInsider.com. Become part of our show with sponsorship and advertising opportunities. For details, contact advertising@geekinsider.com or visit podcast.geekinsider.com. The Geek Insider podcast is available on your favorite app, so please hit the follow button and share it out to your friends, because if you don't, you might have to turn in your geek card.